Welcome back to the channel, Crypto Tro. I am Crypto Tro, bringing you the latest and the greatest in cryptocurrency. And today, man, we're talking about Finance. If you don't know, I made a couple of videos actually talking about Finance. And I just wanted to go over the current liquidity pools I'm in and show you guys the gains that I have made in this project. And also, I want to show you some more ways you can earn passive income through Finance, and also just giving a review of why I believe Finance still has so much room to grow, and also why I believe this is one of the best projects on the Cronos blockchain. So we're going to get straight into that. But before we do, man, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Tro_crypto. This is where you can get in contact with me if you had any questions or you want to create dialogue or some sort. This is where you can get in contact with me. And also like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And if I add value to you, man, make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you hit that like button. And like I said, all of my videos range from different things. So we got how to make liquidity pools, how you can, get in and start buying NFTs on different blockchains, and so much more, man. So make sure you tap into the channel, and we're going to go into it just like this. Finance, let's get it. So I'm currently on DexScreener.com, and to me, DexScreener.com is one of those platforms that really gives you a lot of information, man. I'm talking about some good information you can use when you're trying to make a decision on if you want to buy a specific crypto. So currently I'm on the MMF Pro chart, and we can see prices right at 46 cents right now, and the current market cap is 40 million. Then we see liquidity is at 31 million. And we see, man, just looking at this chart right now, of course, we see that major dip since, December 12th. And I've been saying we were going to see that dip in the beginning. And now I feel like it's just one of those best times to get in, just because I believe Finance provides so much utility for the token. It's just not a farming token, that gives you rewards and people just dump it. I believe it's so much more, and the team is really doing the necessary steps to grow the project. So we see currently in the last 24 hours, we are up 14% on the day, man. And that's not too bad. A couple of projects had more percentage gains, but 14% on a day is pretty decent in my book. And I still believe, like I said, it still has so much more room to grow. And then when we scroll down to transactions, we see on the transactions, I like to kind of just look at this and see what people are doing on the day, man. So we see coming in are some strong buys. We have a couple of sales, a couple of buys, buy, then they sell. So right now, in the past 5 minutes, it's been 13 transactions with 8 buys and 5 sales with 1.1K volume. But let's look at the 24. So in the last 24 hours, there have been more sales than buys. But look at that volume, man. $4 million on a day, just the transactions. And I believe this is so bullish just because the more volume you trade on MMF, the more they add to the protocol on liquidity. And I'm going to talk about that and why that's so major on down in the video. But like I said, I don't care necessarily that it's more sales than buys, as long as it's a lot of volume being transacted on the project, on the platform where they can buy back liquidity. And like I said, I'm going to talk about that later on in the video. But also, I wanted to just show you, man, how MMF is matching up against other competitors on the Cronos blockchain. So we see currently on the Cronos blockchain, the total value lock is at 2.2 billion. Change on the day is at 5%. And currently VVS is dominating by 60%. But when we scroll down, man, we see VVS is number one. We know that VVS is number one as far as total value lock. But right under it, coming in at second place, man, is Finance. And we see the total value lock is at $273 million on the day. And then the 7-day change is up 30%. So that's why I'm super, super bullish on it, because we're coming in right at number 2, right under VVS Finance. And like I always say, man, we know VVS Finance, the liquidity on there was pretty much provided by crypto.com or the investors who were pretty much in along on a project. Like you can pretty much tell that VVS's wasn't necessarily a retail thing. It kind of has so much liquidity because it is the face or the first DApp on a Cronos blockchain. And of course, crypto.com wants it to succeed, but I believe Finance has the same ability to grow to the same type of total value lock just because of all the things that they offer on a project. So one thing I always like to show is always going back to the white paper, man. The white paper tells you so much things. And I feel like if you don't read a white paper before you invest in a project, you are pretty much playing yourself, because how do you truly know what the project is, what the tokenomics is, what's the roadmap? Like you don't really know, you just investing based off of hype. So I always want to go back to the white paper and pretty much just get an understanding of exactly what I'm investing in. So right now we're on the Finance, and I want to click on that roadmap just to show you some real exciting things upcoming for the project, man. So we see the current strategy. I'm not going to go over the strategy, but you can, read the white paper for yourself if you want to check out those things and the different things that they plan on doing for the strategy. But one thing I want to look at are the features. So the things, of course, that are checked off are the things that they have already accomplished, and they are really following this roadmap to the T, man. Like they are checking off all of the features. But the next feature is the trade mining, man. It's going to be major because you'll get free or get fee rebates in the form of MMF on every trade. So pretty much when you trade, you get some type of MMF back. And that's major just because they are pretty much paying you to trade on the platform right now. And then we see the governance that's coming up where you'll be able to participate in votes and proposals, and you have to have MMF to actually participate in it. Then we got the smart router where it automatically routes to the liquidity pool with the best price for a specific transaction. And then we got the hold feature, which pretty much you can lock your tokens for a certain duration and earn token with fixed APY. So something similar to the crypto.com where you can lock up your crow for 6 months and earn like 6%. Well, Finance is doing the same thing. And actually, I believe this will take so much pressure, so much selling pressure, because people won't be able to sell it, and it's pretty much locked up. And it just creates, less selling pressure on the project. And then something also that's exciting is that they plan on becoming multi-chain. So they want to launch on another blockchain and service more projects and users. So we see the user experience. We got the mobile friendly, we got the faster site, improved UX. Now we're looking at the multi-language and a personal dashboard. So you can check your stats, check what you have been making and your gains. And that's going to be major too, because I know a lot of these projects, they don't have a platform where you can just go and see how much are you truly making. And that's something that me personally, I want to see, because when you're in the liquidity pools, it's hard to tell, especially with impermanent losses. So you want to be able to check out your gains easily. And that's going to be major once they establish that dashboard. So something else in the business development arena is they want a partnership with major players and then list on a major 6. So me personally, I believe crypto.com has to list Finance soon. Like right now, man. I'm telling crypto.com, if anybody from the team is watching this video, list Finance right now, because it's going to be one of the biggest projects on the Cronos blockchain. And I feel like crypto.com, they know what's going on and they want to see, the projects on the Cronos blockchain flourish. So I believe when, projects hit a certain reputation in a certain milestone, I believe crypto.com will start to endorse those projects, because it's on the Cronos blockchain and it makes it so much easier to buy on crypto.com and just, send it to your DeFi wallet and pretty much, go straight from there and just do transactions like that. So earlier in the video, I was talking about the protocol on liquidity and why it was so major. So protocol on liquidity is one of the products offers. And right now, we pay a percentage or a 0.17% trading fee, and a portion of the fees is used to buy back MMF in form protocol on liquidity. So 0.10 is returned to liquidity pools in the form of a fee reward for liquidity providers. 0.05 is buyback of MML to form pool. And then 0.02% is Finance Treasury. So Olympus DAO was the first project in the DeFi space to introduce protocol on liquidity. However, Finance is the first AMM/DEX that will be introducing protocol on liquidity to our system. So that's why I say this is major too, because DEXs usually don't have the protocol on liquidity. And this pretty much puts the liquidity back into the project's hands. So by allocating a big portion of our fees to buying back MMF and forming LPs, we'll be able to ensure that as the platform scales in trading volume, it will help create deflationary pressure on MMF, resulting in a price increase over time. On top of that, by forming LPs, we are ensuring that there will always be liquidity for MMF tokens. Even during bear market, there will be enough liquidity to support sell-offs. So this is major. This pretty much just helps MMF kind of sort of peg to Crow, because we already see the prices kind of around the same right now. So when you're buying back protocol on liquidity, they are actually putting it into the MMF Crow liquidity pool, and this helps create something more stable rather than in bear markets when we see major sell-offs and a price decrease, and it's really hard to get specific cryptos because it isn't enough liquidity on projects. Well, MMF is pretty much trying to solve this problem by having the protocol on liquidity, and I believe this will make MMF even more stable, because we've seen how stable price has been, even though of course that earlier major sell-off when the project first came out, we saw that major sell-off, but since then price has pretty much been kind of sort of stable. So adding more protocol on liquidity just stabilizes that price and actually helps us in the long run as price continues to increase, man. So something else I wanted to show is just the tokenomics and why tokenomics are so important. I know I talked about this in another video about MMF, so I'm not gonna go into deep detail, but I just want to show you that it's only 500 million MMF tokens in total supply, and we see 80% of MMF will be allocated to the community members. 40% can be earned by yield farm, 40% can be earned by trade mining, and then 20% can be earned by pool. So this is major because this is pretty much showing that MMF really cares about the community, and pretty much majority of the tokens are being awarded to the community members. So I just wanted to show you that and let you know that they are thinking about the users on the platform. And then something else I also want to mention was trade mining emissions will be depending on trading volume. The more users trade on our platform, the more MMF is emitted, but also the more MMF is being brought back to form protocol on liquidity, aka MMF Crow LP. So like what I said, back to that protocol on liquidity and why it's so major, just helping stabilize the price of MMF. So enough of all of that, man. Let's look at what have I been doing on the MMF platform and how I've been making a passive income, just pretty much let my money work for me by holding MMF, man. So MMF Finance, man, let's get to it. MMF, we see currently the total value locked on the platform is $370 million. The circulating market cap is at $39 million. And then we see it's 91 million currently circulating, in the supply. And then it's 7.2 million total burnt. So let's get into it, man. Let's look at these forms and let's just see how I've been doing farming on MMF. So right now, we currently see MMF and Crow. So I'm currently in the MMF and Crow pool. My initial investment was about $1,000. So currently I'm up like $99 just in this specific pool. But since I've been in the liquidity pool, I've been earning MMF. In total, I've earned around $230. I'm gonna show you where the rest of the money is because I actually put it in Savannah, but I haven't harvested this specific one yet. But right now I got 61 MMF and it's waiting to be harvested whenever I'm ready for it. But I'm also in another liquidity pool. So another one that I found interesting was the MMO in the Crow. So if you don't know, MMO is pretty much the optimizer, and I'm going to make a video on that as well. But currently in that pool, I got about $185. I made this pool probably about 3 days ago. So it's currently been stable. I put $180 in here. We're currently at $185. But since that day or a couple of days, I made $1.41 and I earned 3 MMF. But something that's also interesting that caught my eye was that you can actually use your Mad Meerkats to increase MMF earnings. So every Mad Meerkat gives you a 1% boost, and I have 2 Mad Meerkats. So I use those 2 Mad Meerkats to give me a boost in this specific pool, and it just helps you make more money in the long run. And that's why I say NFTs with utility, Mad Meerkats are the NFTs with utility, and they just cool looking, man. You can't tell me my Mad Meerkat isn't just, dope as hell, man. So, not only are they good to look at, but they actually work for me and help me make a passive income. And then it's other liquidity pools on MMF as well, with higher APRs. Those are just the two that caught my eye, but you can really get into any of these pools, man. I'm not advising you to do anything. And I also got to say, this is not financial advice whatsoever. This is just me showing you what I've been doing so far in the crypto space on MMF. But like I said, some of these APRs are 400% and higher. Then we got some safe ones too. We got the DAI USDC. You want to just be in a stable coin pool with the 19%. Then we got the USDC USDT with 15%. Then we got the Crow and USDT at 73%, and so on and so forth. So these are all the different pools you can get into and earn that high APR. Or if you want to just play it cool, you can actually get into a stablecoin pool at 15 to 20% and earn your MMF like that. But enough of that, man. I want to show you Savannah as well. So this is why I say MMF has so much utility, just because not only can I just use my MMF to get rewards out the liquidity pools, but I can also go and come over to Savannah and use my MMF to make even more money on things that used to be on the launch pad or things that are getting noticed on the Cronos blockchain. So currently in Savannah, man, we see if you wanted to use your MMF to make more MMF, you can do so at 149% APR. Then we got Earn MMO. We got Earn Memas, which is a money market on the Cronos blockchain. We got Earn Bison. Then we got Earn Croissant. So that's the currently Savannah pool I'm in. As you can see, like I said, I pretty much harvested my MMF from my MMF Crow liquidity pool and then just pretty much staked it in Savannah. So we're currently at $220. I said we made like 230. So we're at $248, total. That's how much I made in this past week and a half on MM. And like I said, I put the first round back into Savannah to earn Croissant. And we see currently Croissant is at an APR of 223%. And that's cool with me. Like, I chose Croissant just because I personally like the project. It's like pretty much like an online gambling type of casino project. And I like it. So that's why I decided to earn Croissant. But it's much more you can earn on Savannah. You just got to decide what project you like. And, if you want to stake your MMF to earn that project, you can earn something. And then if you wanted to, you can actually sell it back on the market or use it for whatever utility you want. But that's why I say MMF gives you so much utility with the token, just because it allows you to earn different cryptos without the risk of impermanent loss. So these are currently all the APRs of things in Savannah. And like I said, I'm only in Croissant, but it's a lot of good up and coming projects that you could get into. Now, the launch pad, man, we see upcoming is the Savannah Finance, but we have been seeing so many different projects. I believe it's been a total of 6 launches on the platform. So they're launching like crazy, man. And I'm very excited to see what's next on the launch pad. So that's my video for today, man. Crypto Tro, MM Finance, just showing you guys how MM Finance continues to bring value to the token, and also I believe it's still so early and it still has so much room to grow. So like I said, if you want to get in contact with me, follow me on Twitter, Tro_crypto. And also, if I provided value to you today, like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm out of here.